Alright, so you have your training plan. Now we get to the ugly part for a lot of you, the diet. And no, we don't mean that you have to cut out all the good food and you can't eat any sugar anymore. No. You need to find a diet that is specially tailored for you.
It's really more about what your body needs in order to get to your goals, right? You want to give your body the good stuff. If you're going to buy a Ferrari, you're not going to put 87 octane into it. You're going to put super. Okay, it's super important that you find a diet plan that's not just some cookie cutter approach, but it's based on what you need. How many calories do you need a day to not gain and not lose weight? And if you want to gain weight, muscle mass, got to eat above that. If you want to lose weight, you got to eat below that. It can be simple. I mean, I've got an app on my phone that a calorie counter. Like, let me tell you, we suck actually at knowing how many calories are in a meal. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm not very good at estimating macros at this point. And especially as a beginner, you're not going to be either. So get familiar with portion sizes, how much you're putting into your body, because that is going to be a variable that you can manipulate and is one of the most potent and powerful variables for changing your body composition.
That's a really good point, because you could be saying, I'm going to have a brownie for dessert, just one. That brownie is packed with a lot of calories. And that's something, if you start logging it, you're going to know what foods are actually low caloric, high caloric.
I remember being super surprised at certain foods.
Yeah, like sometimes
I used to pour so much olive oil when I made anything, my eggs. I was probably eating like 300 calories before any food, just in oil.
So, I mean, you got to be careful. There's no cookie cutter approach. And as opposed to the training where we said to follow a set plan that is out maybe on the internet or something for beginners, don't do that for diet. The diet has to be completely tailored to you, to your needs, to what your body needs and how your body reacts. Dylan and I could be the same height and the same weight, but our metabolisms could be completely different. We could be burning certain nutrients at different rates.
Yeah.
So,
man, you know
really
what?
Specific.
This makes me so mad when I hear this. And I've heard personal trainers say this. I've heard people who I respected say this. They'll ask you something like, do you eat wheat? And you'll be like, oh yeah, a little bit. They're like grimace. They're like, oh, you're making a horrible, horrible mistake. You're not going to make any gains, and they scare you away.
Don't drink milk.
Come on. There's so many different bodies in this world, and how those bodies handle certain calories and certain fats and whatever ratio. You have to understand, like, can you eat wheat? If so, if you don't get fat and inflamed, then go ahead. Like, have a little bit of wheat. Don't change your whole lifestyle, live some orthodox lifestyle that's totally inflexible and not fun because you read somewhere that wheat's gonna make your bones hurt.
Or like paleo dieting. Like there's a lot of fanatics out there that stick to a diet.
I hate it.
They could be vegetarians, paleo, whatever it could be, right?
They defend it to the death.
Yeah, and they say, that's the only way, that's the best way because it works for them. But remember what we said in the previous steps is you got to build your foundation of information and make sure that it's not biased. Just keep on learning. Learn about the different diets and see what works for you.
If something makes you feel sick every time you eat it, stop eating that thing. It doesn't have to be super complicated.
Exactly. So, pretty much diet and training go hand in hand. Think about it this way. You're spending an hour to 2 hours at the gym, maybe 5 times a week. That's 10 hours of your week. You're working hard. Make it count. It only takes a little bit longer to have your diet in place. So make sure it's in place and achieve your goals.